Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play on Battle Brothers. So last time I left off, we had finished off Hoggart the Weasel. He is dead, as he should be. We had a very wounded Johnny the Pasta, who we put on the reserve line for the moment, and I think I'll leave him there for now, because he's a little bit dead. We got some level ups as well, and we also have some gear that we can sell. But first, let's go for these level ups. So Simba the Lion. So we got two things we have to level up. First of all, we have to give him like points in here. We're definitely going to go for that because he's our archer or crossbowman, and another +4 is insanely good for that. That initiative is insane. +4. I'm tempted to go for that. It's not necessarily that amazing. Actually, plus melee attack or melee skill isn't horrible either. Probably want to go for range defense, but only +2 right now. I'm going to go for the extra health. Even though health isn't the most important thing on our ranged characters, it's still useful to get because it's +4. It's a pretty big number. And initiative, I'm almost tempted to go for that as well, because this means he can go first. But generally, you'll be out of range if you go first. That's not necessarily that important. I'm almost tempted to go for the melee skill, because again, we sometimes will have to go into melee just to club someone in the face, but I don't think it's going to happen too often. But obviously it will help if they have a melee, or if I have a high melee skill on my archers, if that's the case. But I think I'll go for the initiative. +4 is pretty high, so we'll go for that. And then we also have to pick a perk. Now there's quite a few options. I'm going to quickly go through these. So fast adaptation means you have a +8% chance to hit every time you miss an opponent, but it is reset upon landing a hit. Crippling strikes lowers the threshold to inflict injuries by 33%. So you basically inflict injuries much easier. Colossus increases your HP by 25%. 9 lives means that you have a high chance of surviving upon a killing blow. Actually, you will survive once per battle upon a killing blow. But then if you get hit again, of course you will just die. This gives you 2 extra back slots here, which can be useful for certain characters. Pathfinder means you can move more easily. You take less AP from different types of terrain. Adrenaline puts you first in the turn or the next turn around, which is useful, but his initiative is already pretty damn high, so it's probably not necessary. Recover means his fatigue is... you can use the ability to recover in battle, and then your fatigue goes down by 50%. And Student, which means you gain additional 20% experience from battle. You give up a perk point to do so, but on the 11th level up you gain an extra one. So you only get 10 total, and then you basically get 11, but you have to get this. So with crossbowman, I'm not too bothered about going for fast adaptation, because you can only fire once a turn. This is something that's really good for if you get to attack several times a turn. Sadly, that's the case for a lot of things, but crippling strikes can be pretty good on a crossbow. You just cripple the crap out of people. I think that's the one I'm going to go for. And then we have a level up on Tom the Bard. We are going to give him HP for sure, even if it's a low roll. We'd probably still go for it. The melee skill is good. And we probably want to go for... I guess go for range defense because we get +3. Actually, let me just see what else we had available here. Yeah, not too bothered about anything else, really. I think we're going for range defense. I think both melee and range defense are important. But we're going for the range because it's +3 rather than +2. And then his perk, I'm going to go for Colossus, which increases his HP by 25%. Because right now, we need to have him as high as possible in HP, so he's less likely to die, because he doesn't have a shield. So, that is that. Let's head ourselves into this town, Meyerwick. We don't really want to hire anyone else, I don't think. We're not that high on funds just yet. We need to sell some equipment. I think I'm going to keep most of these items. I'm gonna go ahead and keep everything here. Actually, I wanna sell the ring elsewhere because we can sell it for a lot more money. I'm gonna buy some amber shards here, even though it takes up a lot of our money, because these things, they're worth 260. We can buy them for 256, and we can sell them for much more in bigger cities. So we're gonna pick up 2 because I don't want to go broke entirely. All right, that sounds good. We're going to travel to a different location. Let's go back to Sobsbrook and see if we can pick up a quest there. Alright, Sobsbrook does currently have a contract available. Let me just quickly see if these amber are not worth very much here. I didn't think they would be, but it's worth checking out anyway. So let's see what this contract is all about. Negotiations. Fritz of Sobsbrook's looking out his window when you find him. There's a goblet in his hand, and there's nothing but silence outside. He turns to you, almost somber. When you came here, did you realize how quiet it was? You remarked that you did, but you're a sellsword that looks the part. It's just what you are accustomed to. Fritz of Sobsbrook nods and takes a drink. Ah, of course. Unfortunately, isn't that people are afraid of you? Not this time. We have had people being attacked these past weeks. Beasts of some sort are on the loose. We know not what they are, but only who they take. We've pleaded with our lord, of course, but he has done nothing to help us. His next drink is a long one. When he finishes, he turns to you, empty cup in hand. Would you go hunt these monsters down? Please, sellsword, help us. Let's talk pay. Right, he is willing to offer us 50 crowns in advance and 210 when the job is done. I'm going to see if I can get more once the payment is done. 280 when the contract is done. That sounds good. Oh, wait, does he take away the 50? Okay, so we basically didn't really get a whole lot extra, because I think he said 50, 210, so that would have been 260, so we got 280 now. I will accept that contract. So this is part of the disappearing villages. Once we finish this quest, this will go away, and we'll actually be able to sell and buy for better prices. So we need to hunt down what terrorizes Sobsbrook. We are a little... I mean, we only have 5 people fighting currently. Johnny the Pasta, I think, is just a little bit too wounded still. He's got a pierced cheek, which isn't too important. He just has low HP still, which means he needs to recover a little bit more, but that will happen over time. Yeah, let's just... let's keep... Or let's start... Oh, here we go. There's some tracks right there, so we gotta go follow those and see if we can find the 3 direwolves apparently we're supposed to fight. Okay, so direwolves are pretty tricky, but I think we're just gonna take them on anyway. A few direwolves. 2 arms. Alright. Direwolves are pretty strong. They have very high initiative too. They're pretty scary. They can move very far, and they can attack several times each turn. Unfortunately, we didn't get to set up our shield wall at all, or our spear wall at all, because of this, because they got here so quickly. Also, we're at a pretty huge... They managed to get on a little bit of a hill here, which is quite unfortunate for us, actually. Because they basically have a height... This guy is, like, super way down. You can see, next to the name, there's like it says direwolf, there's 2 little bars, which means that he's on the 2nd height level, basically. This guy's on the 3rd one, and this guy's on the 1st one. So if this guy attacks him, he's basically just going to get hit every single time. Anyway, we have a 50% chance of hitting this guy, or a higher percent chance of hitting him. And I think I'll go for the one that's close by. And we'll go ahead and reload. We're going to slap away this one too. 43% chance, not great. In fact, unfortunately, we missed it too. So we're going to try and take this one out as fast as possible, because if we go for him, we've got an even lower chance of hitting. Wait, can I not? I can't even hit this guy. Is it because he's so far up or something? I'm not sure. Either way, we'll try and stab this one. We hit him in the head, which is kind of unfortunate in this case, because we already had done a lot of damage to his body. Alright, he is actually fleeing this one. I'm tempted to try and knock this one back and go into spear wall, but... that's unfortunate. I'm going to try it again. I got knocked down. Doesn't really help too much, but... Right, I can move him up. And try and chop this guy's head off. Or I can move up here, but I won't be able to attack anymore. If I... Either way, this guy's going to be able to attack me, unfortunately. So I think I'm tempted to just hold... I can't really hold back. Let's just go for the attack. There we go. Chopped off his head. That reduced the morale a little bit. He's going to probably attack him. Yeah, he is. Only got 1 attack off. Alright, we're getting pretty lucky so far. We'll just try another hit. Unfortunately, he missed again. Crossbowman dude, 60%, 52. Yeah, we'll go for that one. Nice, we got a ripped ear there. And he is wavering. This guy's breaking, so slightly more and they'll start routing, which would be very good for us. Try and stab him some more. And he is now breaking as well. He's now fleeing, which means that even if we can't finish him off right here, but we can, he was going to run away either way. And this guy, because we now moved into him, he had to do another morale check, and he failed it, so he's now fleeing as well. So we could try and run away if we don't succeed. Okay, so we missed apparently. I'm going to run him down and see if we can keep him back. Because he's going to try and run, but we might be able to kill him first, or... I'm going to go over here, actually. Might be able to kill him first, or if he does get away, then unfortunately, but we could have at least tried. I guess we'll go... run you over here. so that he can... Actually, no, we should have moved him over there. It doesn't matter. Actually, it might matter. I hope it doesn't. Unfortunately, he missed. You can't actually attack him. I think it's... I'm not sure if it's the distance... the height difference or something. Yeah, we can't attack from there either. Okay. I guess, yeah, it is the height difference. Maybe it's just too high and they can't actually attack down there. I didn't realize that was a thing, but apparently it is. You are going to get a nice little hit off. We also cut his leg muscle so he can't run very far anymore. You're just going to get a bunch of stabs and we kill him. Nice. Right, we didn't take any damage. Have we taken... Besides Johnny the Pasta, I don't think we've taken any damage yet. So you notice Johnny Pasta wasn't in this fight because he was on the bench, basically. Wang and Chico the Banana both got a level up. And experience was shared quite well. Tom the Bard got 2 kills, 206 damage, and he got some good hits off. We got some unusually large wolf pelts, which are worth 200 bucks. They never are really worth as much, though. I've never actually found a way to sell them for more than like 40 or something. I'm sure, well, I'm not sure, but I would think that there is like a special kind of vendor that would buy things like this for more than normal vendors, but I've never found anyone like that, so... After the battle, having killed the foul creatures, you begin skinning and scalping them. Gruesome creatures require gruesome evidence. Your employer, Fritz of Sobsbrook, might not believe your work here otherwise. Let's be done with this. We have crowns to collect. Alright, so we're going to head back to Sobsbrook. Turn in our quest. You return to Fritz of Sobsbrook and lay one of the pelts clear across his desk. Its slim claws wrap against the side of the oak. The man lifts one, then lets it fall again. I see you found those beasts we were looking for. You tell him of the battle. He seems most pleased, taking a small wooden chest out from his bookshelf and handing it over. 280 crowns, as agreed upon. The people of Sobsbrook deserve the reprieve you've given them from such horrors. Alright, we got our money, and we have no longer got disappearing villagers in this town. So now, we will be able to buy and sell for better prices. I don't think there's much we actually want to sell. So yeah, you can see these are for 33 right here. I'm pretty sure we can get more of them somewhere else, so for now we'll keep them on me. And 292, so we can actually currently already sell these for a minor profit, but I think I'm going to keep them for the moment and sell them elsewhere for more. We have enough money to sustain ourselves for a little bit. So let's see, where are we going to go now? Pressed the wrong button there. We could go down to Harkenstadt, and then we can go further down that way, or if we can start going up here. There's more cities that we can sort of go to around here. So I'm gonna go for Hohentum. I really want to go to a large city. It looks like this one is the largest in the vicinity now. Sobsbrook is quite large too. Harkenstadt is also quite large, and so is Sanmar. You know what? We're gonna go down this way. We're already closer to here anyway. We're gonna go down there. Oh, during camp. You feel good today, ready to lead the band of donkeys through any challenge to come. You gather the men around, kicking Tom the Bard to his feet and telling Chico the Banana to finish scraping away the hairs on his neck later. When their muttering has subsided, you start to address them. What do you tell the men the company will do? We shall get the company's strength back to 12 men. It will make us a formidable force again and will allow us to take on more profitable work. Or we need allies. Forging a bond of friendship and trust with one of the towns will get the company better prices, more volunteers, and more steady work. Right, I'm going to go for going back to 12 men, and that'll give us more profitable work. Sounds good to me. I also just realized I actually have a couple level ups that I forgot to do, so we're going to go ahead and do that first. So Chica the Banana, unfortunately only got 2 HP here, pretty decent on the melee defense, so we're going to go for that one. I might even go for the range defense too, only +1 here, so I'll go for the +2 HP, but it's not great. Although his resolve is pretty crap, so I could go for resolve. Having the HP is just too important because he also is going to get Colossus, get his HP up a little bit more. And Wang Reminiscent is going to have a similar level up. He's got +4 HP, which is a lot better. +3 there, which is great too. And then I'm also going to go for the +3 melee defense. And we are going to once again give you Colossus to give more HP. You can see it unlocks more traits for our next level ups. Right, let's continue on to Harkenstadt. We arrived just before nighttime. There's a contract available. It's 2 skulls though, so it's going to be more difficult, so I'm not sure if I will want to pick it up. First of all, let's have a look. Alright, here you go. Amber shards, we can sell them for 331. That's way more than we saw in the other place, so I'm going to go ahead and sell them. We could probably get even more for them, but I'm not sure, and I don't really want to risk it, so I'm going to go ahead and sell these right now. The wolf pelts, I think for 37, I'm okay with them. Then again, we don't really need the money, so we may as well keep them for now and perhaps sell them later for more. I'm also going to go ahead and sell... No, I'm gonna keep this. Or am I? I'm not sure. I think with our current amount of crowns, without having sold the ring as well, we still have the ring to sell in case we need money, plus the unusually large pelts. I think we can afford to recruit another person into our team. So I'm going to go for another fisherman. Gunner the Quick or Aegon. I'm going to go for Gunner the Quick because he looks like he's got a better shirt on. And that's important to me. So let's see if Gunner the Quick is any good. He's got quick. Oh, he is quick. That's interesting. I wonder if that's done on purpose or if that's random. It seems very unlikely to be random, but hey, who knows? Anyway, yeah, he is quick and has plus 10 initiative, which is not terrible at all. So we're gonna deck him out. We already have him. We already have a pretty decent hat for him. But let's switch around some gear. All right. Rather than Mr. Quick, we now have Jack the Handsome. I've given him the militia spear of Johnny the Pasta because he's currently not in the party anyway, and we don't have a spare spear. So I've given him the spear, and I've also given him the hood and the thick tunic as well as the shield that we had in our inventory already. The hood is actually exactly the same, or the hat. It's 30 durability either way, but it looks better because we have a bunch of hats already, and these straw hats look kind of weird. But anyway, so there's our new company member, our new donkey. We have a barber here as well. But let's see if the contract that is available is any good. It is a 2-skull contract, like I said, which is going to be pretty tough. But we did just hire new men, so. A servant bids you to wait for Carl the Merchant, who he says will be right with you. And so you wait and wait and wait. And finally, as you are about to leave for the second time, Carl the Merchant throws open the doors and rushes towards you. Who's this, again? The mercenary? His assistant nods, and Carl the Merchant sets on a smile. Oh, most fortuitous to have you in Harkenstad, good captain. It is imperative that some precious commodities of mine reach Markdorf as safely and quickly as possible. You are precisely who I need, for no common brigand would dare attack you and your men. Yes, I'd like to hire you for escort. Make sure the items are delivered to Espen of Markdorf. No detours, of course. Can we come to an understanding? Let's talk money. Alright, he's willing to pay us 310 crowns when the contract is done. How about some more? 340. How much did you say just now? 330? Sure. That sounds good to me. So we need to go to Espen of Markdorf in Markdorf. To the northeast. I think this is a town we've been to before. Right. That sounds all fine as well as dandy. So let us depart. Yeah, I'm going to keep the rest of my gear. Actually, perhaps we should buy some food. It's not particularly cheap here. Yeah, we don't need anything yet, so let's just get out of here. Markdorf is... That's Meyerwick. Where is Markdorf? Oh god. To the northeast, it said, right? Yeah, it is. Oh my god, that's all the way up there. Never mind, that's pretty far away. That's not a whole lot of money we're going to get for such a long travel, but here we go anyway. I've actually decided we should probably make a quick stop in Meyerwick, just to see if there's any spears available for purchase here. Oh, there's another quest of missing people here. There's no spears. I was wondering, because Johnny the Pasta is probably close to being able to go back into the field. I should buy some food here, although it's not cheap here because we have the disappearing villagers. So I'm actually not going to bother buying anything here. We'll just continue on our journey. We're going to Hohem Turn on the way as well, though. Alright, in Hohem Turn, there's nothing currently going on as a kennel here. If you think about buying a war dog, it's not a bad idea, actually. But for now, no thank you. I think Johnny the Pasta is good enough to put back into the line. I managed to buy a militia spear. I also bought some more food because it is cheap here. So I was able to do so for a reasonable price. He's got 45 out of his 58 health, so he's good to go once more. And we are good to go out of this town. Actually, you know what? I think I will actually buy... No, I'm not going to buy a war dog yet. I think I'll probably buy one at some point if we can ever hire a Houndmaster, which currently there's none here. There's a Brawler, though. They're expensive, but they are usually quite strong. I'm actually tempted to buy someone else, but we don't have that much money anymore. Let's do some other contracts before we decide to hire anyone else. At Markdorf. After some looking, a man asks who you're looking for. When you say Espen of Markdorf, he points you out toward a nearby paddock where a man is strutting about on a rather opulent-looking horse. You walk on over, and the man rears the steed and asks if that's the cargo Carl the Merchant sent. You nod. Leave it there at your feet. I'll come and get it. You don't, instead asking about your pay. The man sighs and whistles to a bodyguard who hurries over. See to it that this sellsword gets the pay he deserves. Finally, you put the crate on the ground and make your leave. You gain 340 crowns. Crowns well deserved. I'd say so. We have a 1-star or a 1-skull contract available here too, as well as disappearing villagers. So I'm assuming they're going to be related. There's lots of disappearing villages around these parts, unfortunately. But I will gladly pick up that quest. Is anyone for hire here? Tailors. Yeah, no thanks. Negotiations. A man approaches from the side of the road. He's dressed in a peasant's garb, yet is guarded by 2 well-armed men. He announces himself as a councilman in the employ of Hanke of Markdorf, a local leader of Markdorf. You're asked to take audience with the man. I'm all ears. Hanke of Markdorf's looking out his window when you find him. There's a goblin in his hand, and there's nothing but silence outside. He turns to you, almost somber. When you came here, did you realize how quiet it was? Yes, because someone else mentioned this before. And it's the exact same read, so we're not going to bother reading again. Literally what we had in the same episode. Let's talk pay. You look able, so I'm willing to pay you quite a bit. Or to pay quite a bit. You're to receive 360 crowns when the contract is done. 360 sounds fine to me. You don't want to always ask for more, because people will get pissed off of you and then either just like say, never mind, we're going to do it ourselves or something else. This guy looks like a wizard, by the way. Alright, we need to hunt down what terrorizes Markdorf for 360 crowns. I accept this contract. Right, here's some paw marks. There's 2 though. I wonder if we have to chase down several groups. This one is bigger, so I'm kind of tempted to go after the smaller one, although it looks like... Oh, here we go. There's some noxious, which is actually what we're supposed to kill for our quest. I'm not sure how good these things are. There's some direwolves too. So I'm gonna just head back for a second, and I want to just go for these and not for the other ones. Let's make sure everyone is adequately equipped and such, because this looks like it might be a pretty tough fight. I think we are. We're good to go. Let's go and attack these noxious. I have no idea what these type of enemies are. I'm pretty sure they're like zombies or something. Nope, those aren't zombies. They're like ghouls or something. German words. Noxiera. I don't know. It's a knight something. But I have no clue. Right, we actually have a shot. A very poor shot on most of these guys. 40%. I think I'll still take it though. Go ahead and just straight up hit him. Nice job. Right, I think I'm going to go into Spear Wall. It might be a little intensive right now. I could step forward once with all of our men while in Spear Wall. I think that's a good call. We go one step. No, we want to go this way because there's way more over here. Alright, and almost end your turn. You are going to wait for a second till everyone else has had their turn. You're going to go up here. Go into Spear Wall. So that's Johnny. You can see his HP is still slightly lower than what we like it to be, but it's fine. You can end your turn. You're going to go right here and do that. You're going to go right here and do that. You're going to go right here and, surprisingly, do that. And you, incredibly surprisingly, are going to go right here. Because I don't... If I go right here, they're just going to attack me on these tiles and stay away from the Spear Wall, which you don't want to have happen. And you are going to move up right here. Perfect. And they're going to get their turns first, but they should walk into our Spear Walls, and then there you go. We can, of course, fail. And if you fail, then there you go. They just miss, and they get to stand next to you, but we got a lot of free attacks. There we go. We just killed one straight off from doing that. It's a very useful ability, Spear Wall. It's very intensive on the fatigue, though. And there you go. You missed again as well, so... Alright, we have a shot. I don't want to fire at this guy, because we can fire at our own men. I think we'll just... Nice. Man, our archers, Simba's doing very well. Unfortunately, they're running away from these guys, which is not great. But I think we've done enough damage that I'm willing to start closing the gap here. I'm just going to use my entire turn getting close to them. If I walk over here, I don't have an actual attack anymore, but there's no real reason not to do this, so... It is a little dangerous. These guys could run all the way around and try and get to them, but I think we'll be fine. You can end your turn. Right, so now we get to actually just attack. I can't go to Spear Wall because they're already in melee range. They are... This guy's fleeing as well. That one is as well, and this one is breaking. So if I kill this one, he might just start riding as well, but sadly... Actually, you know what? I'm going to go for that. There you go. So he's fleeing as well now, which is even better. I can actually go into Spear Wall because he's not technically... He doesn't have like a... He doesn't have a... what do you call that? Attack of opportunity anymore. Like he's in our range, but he's not actually in our range, sort of deal. He doesn't exist. We can just move over here He does exist, of course, but you get what I mean. Anyway, I'm just going to stab him and miss. You are going to move right here. And I'm tempted to put up a spear wall of him, or a shield wall even. Which is number 4. Because we are surrounded by a couple dudes. We don't want to just take free hits there. I'm going to go right here, and actually that's fine. I could move up here, but then he can just swing at him, and we don't get to put a spear wall or a shield wall with him. So I'm just going to keep him right here. So we'll end your turn. And finally, you get to move up and start swinging at this man, who is not quite routing just yet, but he's very close to being dead. Alright, we took a hit there, unfortunately, even with the spear wall, or shield wall, and I keep confusing the two for some reason. Alright, you're going to go over here and kill this man. There you go. You're going to go right here. Oh, I should have done that. Now he can't get an attack off. This guy's probably dead anyway, to be fair, but even so. And you're going to take a shot at him. Unfortunately missed. That's your first miss. I can forgive you. So yeah, if we move here now, we can't actually attack him anymore. So unfortunately, I kind of wasted that. I'm going to move right here so that he can't attack him, because he, of course, is still unshielded. These guys are both fleeing already, so I'm just going to get as much damage on them as possible, and then when they start to try and to run from me, then they only have to take 1 or 2 hits before they die. And you're probably just going to kill this guy off. No, you're not. You failed. You're miserable. There we go. Johnny the Pasta got a kill. There's another one. So the last guy, there you go, is fleeing, and he died. Perfect. Got 2 level ups on Oddjob the Header and Ben the Heretic as well. Kill-wise, Tondabar didn't do anything this time, but I think he's still ahead on everyone else in damage done, because he's done so much over time. Jack the Handsome doing quite well there. So did Johnny, actually. So when he is in the actual fight, he can fight, but unfortunately, if he gets shot by 2 arrows immediately in the beginning of a fight, it's not great. We got some Jagged Fangs, which are worth a little bit of money too. Good stuff. Alright, after the battle. The fight is over. You walk to a dead noxious. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly. Take a knee. Were it not for the gate of ill-shapen teeth, you could easily fit your head into the beast's oversized maw. Instead of admiring the dental failures at hand, you instead take out a knife and saw its head off, ripping through a very tough outer layer of skin before, surprisingly, easily cutting through the muscles and tendons. You raise the head up and order the band of donkeys follow suit. Hanke of Markdorf will be expecting some proof after all. Back to Markdorf. Right, we're going to ignore those direwolf for the moment, although maybe we'll chase them at some other point in the future. You place the Naxader head onto Hanke of Markdorf's desk. For some reason, fluids still issue from its neck, dribbling down the side of the oak and no doubt staining it. The man leans back, testing his fingers on his belly. Naxaris? And what else? Ghosts? The man snickers to himself. Nothing is too difficult for you, sellsword. He snaps his fingers and the servant comes up, handing you a satchel of 360 crowns. And no longer disappearing villagers, which is key, because it means we can buy and sell things for more. Like these cloth rolls, we probably want to buy these and sell them in a different town as well. Again, they're worth 140. We can sell them or buy them for 140, but they will pay much more in larger cities. So I actually am going to go ahead and do that. Still not going to sell this ring. I think we had more we could have gotten before. I think we're good to go with the rest of that as well. Actually, I can sell the wooden stick here. Yeah, may as well do that. Right. Don't need to buy anything else. And any men we can hire, just the tailors, not really too bothered about them. So, once again, that is where I'm going to end the episode. Next time, I'm not sure where exactly we're going to go, but I want to go for another big city. It looks like Sattelfeste is a relatively large city. Maybe we can sell our cloth rolls there for a little bit of money, or perhaps something else. Maybe a quest there. Until next time, have a good day and goodbye.